Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so yesterday what we did, what is Jenkins, what is CI, how to install Jenkins, Jenkins architecture we discussed. Then we create a job and related stuff, how to troubleshoot and all kind of things which we experience, plugin manager and tools and stuff like that. And then followed by we get into the triggers and around 6 to 7 types of trigger which we learned, and then we move into the integrations. So after the integrations, now we'll get into the two things. One is feedback, and then feedback, and then one more topic which is called pipeline. And then after that, adding a nodes today, and then user management and access management and stuff like that. We'll do that. Okay, so anyone have any questions so far? Any questions? No. Okay, so let's get started. So here I'm starting my Jenkins. IP address is here, and then port number would be 8080. Username is Rajesh. Password is Rajesh123. That's all. So now let's get started about the feedback mechanism. How do we get a feedback? So guys, here we get a feedback. One is through email, one through the chat, one through the pipeline. Okay, so dashboard or pipeline, something like that. So these are the 3 ways you can get a feedback. Now, how do we configure email? So let me tell you here. Jenkins cannot send an email, so you have to configure SMTP server in the Jenkins. So how can you set it up? Let me show you here. So there is a 2 plugins already installed. You will find with every Jenkins. There are so many other plugins are also installed. So one plugin which we call it is, if you go here, mail. So one plugin we call it a mailer plugin, which is already installed as part of the default installations. And this is the another plugin, email extension plugin. Okay, how do we see these two plugin? Let me show you in the job. So go to the job, let's say some dummy job I'll create. Job one, freestyle, click OK. And now go to post bill action here. And here you see 2 plugin. One is this one, which is a basic one. And second one, if you want advanced, you can go for this one. Advanced means you can customize the body, subject line, sender, receiver, culprit, many features we have. So these 2 plugins will help you to send an email. these plugins which installed. But how do we configure with SMTP? So for that, what you need to do is you need to go to the manage Jenkins, and here system. Now this area is little cluttered actually. So that is how the Jenkins says. Okay, so have a little bit of peace of mind and scroll down. Okay, so we'll see that. Uh, and here it is. So this is the option for setting up SMTP server for the second plugin extended. This is advanced one. Okay, so you can set it up SMTP server, port number and all, apply and use it. And that Jenkins will start using this SMTP server for sending an email when you use this one in the job also. Now the basic which I showed you yesterday, for that you'll have to go little down, and here it is. And again here also, if you want to use this plugin, you can set up SMTP server and get going. So yeah, what do you need to do? So plugin is installed, you need to configure it and then use it. That's all. And then it will start sending an email. Now you say, Rajesh, I want the feedback, immediate feedback, build feedback, failure feedback through the chat. Some of the chats you must be using, for example, team. We are using Slack also. Many teams are using. So these are the popular one, by the way. 1800 plugins are there. Almost all chats engines are supported. So what to do? So chat plugin is not installed. I know that. So I have to install separately. So team plugin and Slack plugin, let me install it. So go to the manage Jenkins. Here manage plugin. Under available tab, search for team. Now multiple results you'll get it. You'll have to search for it, which is the right one. I know that this is the one which will help me to get this feature. So install this plugin. That's the one thing. It will be done. Uh, right now it's in a cloud, right? So this installations will be done faster. And go again and then install the Slack also. So go to the plugins, go to the available plugins, in here Slack, and here Slack notifications. Install without restart. That's done. So once the plugin is installed, what you need to do? You need to configure it. Okay. So different places you might see that to configure it. Let's say if you are owner of Slack, then you'll have a channel and then authentications and all. That will work for you. If you are a owner of Teams, you'll have some APIs and all kind of things. How do we get it? So go to the dashboard, go to the manage Jenkins, go to the setting system. Okay, and then again search for the Slack here. So you have to specify the workspace name and credential, and that is configure. So this is one thing. But here you don't find team actually. So where is that? So actually team is a part of the job itself. That is how it's been designed. Okay, so sometime you don't find this different behavior. So whichever the plugin you are using it, that will have a documentations also. You should try that one also. So go to the dashboard, go to the one job one, edit this, and then now go to here, and here it is. So this is, you can find it, and you can configure it URL of your team name, webhooks and all kind of things. So all this information you'll get it. Now when you want to be notified, here you can select notify not build, failure, aborted, build started, success and all. So this is the team. So it's configuration in the job itself. Now Slack, which you configured earlier, you have to use in the post build actions here, and go and try to find out the Slack here, notifications, and see here. So you configure in the system setting and then you can use it. Slack is a little bit well designed, but 360, team is you have to use in the job configure only. Did you understand all of you? All of you? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So now how do we write a pipeline? Guys, this is nothing but the coding. I told you for everything you have to start coding. So whatever I did yesterday, I'm going to write a code for it. Let me remind you what I did. So basically, I had one job which called a scan. It will trigger the build. This will trigger test, and then this will trigger a package. I hope you remember that. And I link it, and that is still there. You see here, go to these 4 jobs. Okay. So these jobs, you have to create a pipeline, uh, and pipeline coding. You have to do the coding. So what is a pipeline concept? So guys, nowadays you hear this word a lot, pipeline. Okay, what is pipeline? So it's very simple concept. The conceptually pipeline is something like, let me draw a pipeline. This is a pipeline. Okay, and the idea is to build the pipeline is to don't interrupt anything manually, no manual active at things, fully automated. And idea is like give something input, okay, and here you get something output. That is idea. For example, in this case, in CI context, you give the source code and get the source code is good or not good. Okay, so as part of making this decision good or not good, you have to build it also, you have to, you know, scan it also, you have to test it also, you have to package it also, and everything you have to do. If everything is passes, you get good. If one of these failed, repeat this and continue doing that. In the ETL context, you'll give the raw data, and then that will generate reports. ETL pipeline also we create. Some of you must be the, if they're in that domain and all kind of things. So that's the concept of pipeline. Okay. So in this pipeline, this one, we call it a stage. Okay. What do we call it? Stage. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, like that. So multiple stages we have in the pipeline, and these all should be governed by automated, no manual activities. You give something, input, output. It's very simple. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Uh, So now the question is, how do we write a pipeline? So guys, I have written one very good tutorials for this. Let me refer it. So Jenkins pipeline. So here you can use, there's so many tutorials you'll find it, but right now I want you to focus on this one. Jenkins pipeline complete reference tutorial. Okay, I'll keep modifying it as per the need. So basically this is the visualization of the pipeline. So once you build it, you'll get something like this. This one, the one which you see my cursor floating around, it's a output of Blue Ocean. It's one of the plugin for pipeline. And the core one, which I'll show you the demo, you will see something like that. This one. So why pipeline? I think I explained it to you. You understand this. Now, how do we write a code for that? So you have to write a code in Jenkins file. The name of the file is Jenkins file. Okay. So this is something which I have to do. Now, there is a two types of code you write. Okay. Let me put it up in this way. One code you write declarative. Second code you write scripted. Now you'll say, Rajesh, how do I differentiate between these two codes? So if you have a declarative code, it will start with a pipeline. Okay, more or less. And when you have a scripted pipeline code, you will start with node. Okay, so here you see. So whenever you see node, that's a scripted one. Whenever you see start with the pipeline itself, that, that's a descripted one. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
I'm audible? Okay. So
Yes.
now, so how to write it? So guys, it's very simple syntax, though you have to understand it. A little bit of Groovy is also required if you are trying to go for scripted one. Scripted one, lots of customizations you can do. Declarative one easy compared to, and it's the latest one, but lesser coding is required for that declarative. up to you. So now the question is, how do we learn the coding? So there is one book is written, dedicated book has been written, and this book is like everything. You have whatever you want to know, you have everything. Okay, this is the online book, and a lot of things which has been explained. Pipeline, node where the jobs runs, stages. I was talking about this stage, and in the stage you have a steps 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 like that. So these are the concept. So now what I will do, I'll show you the one demo for it. You will understand easy way. It's not very difficult though. So let me create a one job pipeline. Now pipeline, and here don't select the freestyle, go for the pipeline. Click OK. Now here you have some of the common option which I covered last time, like a trigger and all. But go to this one, pipeline. So here you can write a code, embedded code. It can be scripted or declarative. Or if you think that code is there in the Git, then use that. Okay. So here, this is the one. So if you have committed the code Jenkins file in the Git, you can use this. Okay. So you can write it here also. Some sample code you have here. Hello world. This is a sample code, and GitHub and scripted pipeline. All this code you have it over there. You can use it. Okay, now let's say if you don't understand the coding, you can generate a coding also for anything. So how do you generate? So you see that here, pipeline syntax, click on it. Okay, and here snippet generator, which will create a code for you in a scripted pipeline, and declarative director generator, which will generate a code for you in a declarative one. So you have selected right now snippet. Select whatever you want to do. Let's say you want to echo or you want to delete the directory, and then generate this. This is a pipeline code like that. You want to check out the source code. So you can specify all this thing and then generate, and here nothing I specify, that's the reason it's not filled, and so on. So yeah, you can generate a code and then use it also. Okay. So now I have one code, I want to show you that one. So let me use this.
Just can you chat that book which you're talking about, the link of the book?
Yeah, just type in Google first link. That's the only book we have available.
Okay,
Just put it in Jenkins pipeline. That's all.
okay.
Okay, so this is the one pipeline I have written code just for the demo. This is the one. So what do you have? Look at this here. You see starting with a node, that means scripted pipeline. So how many stage you have? Here stage 1, build, UT, package, and results. So few steps stage we have, and if you see that in each stage you have a step number 1, step number 2. This is the comment. Okay, so what I'm doing here, checking out the code, which is cloning the code here and setting one environment variable. I mean, sorry, it's not environment. Here it is environment variable, ambient home. So what is ambient home? The value is tool maven. Tool means here it is. Go for that. This is the tool. Manage Jenkins. This is the tool. So how do we specify tool? And what is this maven? So it's a name of the specification inside the tool. So let me go and show you. So go to the tools. Do you have anything which is named with maven? So here you see, here I have named with Rajesh 392. This one and this one should match. So right now I don't want to modify code, so I have to modify this one, maven. Name has to match. Okay, this maven represent this stuff, and you are saying, hey, maven home is equal to this one. And here if you have some coding, it's a Groovy coding. If is Unix fixed variable in Groovy, and if it is Unix, run this sh. What is sh? And here bat. look at this sh and bat. So if you go for the Jenkins job, let me show you here. Go to the job, configure, whatever you do manually, you have to do that stuff. So job configurations, and in the post build, in the build steps, you get it. See sh, this is the one, and bat means this is the one, is in coding language. So sh, if it is Linux, Unix, run sh, clean compile. Now in ut, test, in package, and this I am displaying JUnit reports. If hope you remember last day we did it, archive the chart. So this code I have got it. Whatever I showed you the last time demo, same coding I'm doing it. I'm showing you. So go to this one, go to the pipeline code, paste it, save it, and run it. So that is a you got this. So let it run. One is running. See, automatically this pipeline is being created. So preparation, build, UT, and also like that. So yeah, this is the way. It's not very difficult, but yes, first you should learn Jenkins manually, and once you are comfortable with it, then you migrate to Jenkins pipeline. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you? Hello? Hello? Okay. So now after this pipeline, we'll get and adding a nodes. So how do we add a nodes? Let me tell you. So node, you can add anything, Linux and Windows and stuff like that. There are many protocols are there, JNLP protocol and all, but I'll not complicate. I'll use a SSH protocol, which is for adding the Linux node. And you know that for SSH protocol, you need IP address, username, password, and I have a keys actually. So, and then directory where the build should happen. So how do we add a node? Let me show you directly rather than talking. So here, go to the manage Jenkins, and here you have a node and cloud, and I have one node where I was doing everything. Now I want to add a new node. So this is Linux permanent node. Click create. Now just go through this here. What is a root directory? Root directory is a place where the build will happen. So you have to specify. So I'll get one node. Okay, so go for TMP. Just a second. Ubuntu, right? So cd tmp1 directory, and I am inside tmp, and here I'll create one directory, mkdir Jenkins, and cd Jenkins, and done. This is the one here. So I given this one. Uh, though you should read all this thing because you are learning first time. Question mark you have there to explain, but some of the thing is required. So use this node as much possible. Now here launch method. Here you have a SSH also, and some launch agent by connecting to the controller. That means here agent will try to connect through some certain controller also. SSH is more stable, and this one. What is IP address? So IP address is, it can be any machines, by the way. Okay, here. Now, do we have a credential? So I have to add it. So let me add it. Here I have a username and password. No, I have a key. Yes. So keys, username is Ubuntu, correct now? And then keys, I should give it here. Okay. So now keys I have PPK. That's a problem. So PPK will not work for SSH. We need PEM. This is the PPK file. Oh, this is the PM also. So I have it PM also. Wonderful. So Though you can convert the PPK to PM, that's not a problem. Okay, so here done, and this is my Ubuntu or something, whatever. Oh, sorry, passphrase. No, no, it's not passphrase, and add it. Done. And host verification, disable it right now and save it. That's all. So now you see the Linux is automatically added actually because everything is correct. If it is not added, cross sign will be there. That means not added. So now you have added a new node and good to go. So now if you see that here left side, this is the built-in node and here you have a Linux node. Right now only one job can take it up because only one executors are there. So you can increase the executors also. So go to this here, Linux, configure, say how many executors, parallel jobs, 4. Save it. 4 jobs you can run in this node parallelly. So this is how you can add a node. But the question is, how do we use it? Nothing great about it. Go to the any job, configure it, and the moment you add a node, then there will be an option added, this one, restrict where this job can run. Earlier it was not there, it will come the moment you add a node. And here you want to add in Linux or built-in, you decide it. So you want to learn Linux, save it, build now, and first build will happen here for this job. Go to the console, and here you see it's happening in Linux. So this is the way you can add a node and use the node for the job to build that work, that stuff in that node. Are you understanding, all of you?
Can we run this job in multiple nodes?
Yes, multiple nodes. So here you can go to the job and here configure, and here you can specify comma built-in. Done. 2 nodes. Okay, comma is not required. Built-in nodes. Invalid boolean. What is this? Why it's not taking? So Linux configure. Let me do that. And built-in. Only space I think only needed in line number 1 to 6. Wait a second. I need to read this. Example. Here there's some examples are there. So you have to use and or and stuff like that. So I have a very simple solution for that, and that let me tell you what you do if you have a confusion like this. Okay, so go to the manage Jenkins nodes, add some common labels. So here I'm modifying this, and here label is Raju. You can add as many Raju, Ramu, something like two label I added space. What happened? Raju, Ramu, 2 label I added. Okay, and save it. Raju, Ramu. Same thing with that you do with this one also. And here also put the only Raju, only one label now. Save it. So now refresh. Now Raju will have 2 machines. See. So now what you can do, you can go to many techniques are there. Slowly we'll get to the. It's very open framework, so lots of capabilities are hidden and so on. So now it will run in the 2 machines like this. Understood?
Thanks.
Many other techniques are also there. I'm not complicating topics, so you get lost in the flow. Okay, so here this is the way we add a nodes. Now user management. So first thing, authentication. Authentication means who should log in to Jenkins. How do we decide? So here you go to this and this one, security. So right now it's very self-explainable. If you see security realm, who should log into Jenkins. So here Jenkins is using for authentications They are using right now Jenkins own user database. Mind it, Jenkins has no any as such database uh, like RDBMS, like MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, and there's no as such database. So then which database they are talking about? So Jenkins is using, please remember this line, okay? Jenkins is using for everything XML file. I repeat, everything XML file. Whatever you are configuring, Jenkins also, job and all, or any plugins and all, or anything you do, it's stored in XML file. So here X database means XML. Okay. So either you use the some of the Jenkins on their own XML or LDAP, all the place where you install the Jenkins, their users and group, it can be used. Right now, it's been used on database. So these are the authentication method. Authorization method, what we have, very simple. Anyone can do anything. Very simple. You understand that. Here, logged in users can do anything. Right now, this is selected. But here, this is the two, metrics based and project based metrics. So metrics based security means you want to customize the access even though after the login who should do what, create a job, admin activity, read, write, execute, all this thing. Okay. And here little bit advanced. So here matrix based security, when you enable it, applied to entire Jenkins. But here what you can do, you can apply to the project based. How? We'll discuss in this. So here first thing, I am doing creating few users. So here creating users, only Rajesh is there. Raju, Raju 123, Raju 123, and then Raju, Raju at the rate of Raju.com, and then created. Now this user have, right now let me check the authentications again. So here this user, if it is logged in, he will have every access. Why? Because it says logged in user can do anything. So I'm going to enable the metrics based security. Look at this. Now you can decide which user will have what access. So here you can see overall credential, agent, job, run, view, create, read, update, build, delete, and all kind of things you can specify. Mind it, guys, while working with this, don't enable it and save it. You will also lose the access because right now you don't have any access to this. So let me add my access first of all, Rajesh, and here I'll give administration access, everything. Now second, I'll apply, so I'll not lose access. And then you can add Raju or whatever it is. So Raju, whatever access you want to give, you can give and then save it. So this is called metrics based. So whatever the Raju now we had got it, Raju can got that at the entire Jenkins level. But here, let's say if one Jenkins is used by multiple departments, multiple projects, then this might not be helpful for you because project member from project one will be able to access other projects also, other jobs also. So in that case, this will be beneficial. So how can you enable? Let me tell Rajesh will access and save it. So right now I have enabled it. Now what you can do after the project, you can create a project folder, project one folder, click OK. And inside that, see here, this is the folder, okay? And inside that you can create multiple jobs, the one which you know that, but here you can configure the security also. So this folder should be visible, enable. Now whomever you want to give access, add it here. Don't add there, add it here, and here you are giving access only this to Raju and save it. So Raju will be able to see whatever the access you have given. Understood all of you? Hello?
You
Hello?
are doing at the matrix level or what? Adding the user and adding to the
Project
matrix.
based matrix. That was the last one.
Okay, so matrix.
So you have matrix which apply at the entire level and then project based matrix.
Hello.
Yeah.
So Rajesh, is it okay to go over what Jenkins Vault is? Is it kind of a database? Um, is
Jenkins
it
Vault.
related Jenkins Vault? You know, where you
Uh,
can store the sensitive informations like keys and if the code needs any passwords.
yeah. So secret manager, I know. I've never used Jenkins Vault. So here, if
Mm-hmm.
you think this is the credential here. Now all the credential which you stored, actually it's getting encrypted here and stored in
Mm-hmm.
XML
Yeah.
file. So that is
Mm-hmm.
one thing. But maybe you are talking about some plugin which I have never used it. Let me find it. Jenkins Vault. Vault is one product from HashiCorp which I have added in SRE, which is this
Okay.
one. But
Okay, so it's kind of a
uh,
plugin.
Huh. Everything is in plugin. But by the
Okay.
way, there is no as such called Jenkins Vault. HashiCorp
Mm-hmm.
Vault, which you can use it.
Okay.
SourceGear, I no idea about it. Azure Key Vault is for Azure. AWS Vault should be there. AWS Key Manager. AWS Key Manager is acting like a vault. So like that. So there's no as such concept Jenkins Vault, but maybe in your project or something, they are incorporating some of the inbuilt product like HashiCorp and all, and they are calling.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, more questions, guys?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.